All right, welcome back to Miniature Apocalypse. This is the news episode for March 26th, 2026. I will be attending Adepticon, so I'll be getting on the road later today to get to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So next week I will have an overview video of that trip. Also, if you follow me on Instagram under Miniature Apocalypse, I'll be posting pictures while I'm there. Now let's get to the news. Jumping in with Black Site Studios, first up, Lyctor, the core rulebook and digital PDF. The description: defy the cold grip of death and command endless ranks of revenant horror in this new skirmish game from Jamie Daggers. This is a low model count skirmish game that puts you in the role of an adept of the necromantic arts in a battle beyond death match to ascend to lictorhood and achieve profane powers. What I really found interesting was this part here features one-of-a-kind combat mechanics powered by playing cards. No wounds, no measurement tools, just pure brutal strategy combat. Looks like it's a limited pre-order. The books come from our first small print run and are being released early for Jamie's supporters and players attending Adepticon. So hopefully I'll get to check it out there. The artwork is amazing. And I am a sucker for low model count skirmish games. So check that out at Black Site Studios. Moving on to the next story, Wargames Atlantic. They have released some kits for Marcher Empires at War. Fire up your diesel punk with Marcher Empires at War. This is a diesel punk alternate history tabletop war game where the Holy Roman Empire never fell. Japan and Britain forged an imperial alliance, and by 1938, the great powers of a very different world are tearing each other apart in a great war. Looks really interesting. There's a video here. I will provide all the links to these sites in the description below, but I like the models. You can see some of them pictured here, that diesel punk theme. I like that as well. If anything, you can use the models for other rule sets. But Golden Dragon Games did the rules on their website. You can check out here, goldendragongames.net. And it looks like they'll be at Adepticon. So I'm going to take a close look at Marcher there as well. So check it out. If anything, I bet the miniatures will be cool and fun to paint. Next up is from Catalyst Game Labs. It is a Battletech refit and redeployment. So there's a lot of buzz about this from the community. It looks like it'll be available in August at Gen Con. And from the description here, it says, for the first time in more than 30 years, a new Battletech starter box, core box, and core rulebook were developed simultaneously for a joint release in August 2026. So from what I've heard from some of the videos I've watched, it is just a quality of life update, though. It isn't a rewrite or new edition of the rules. So this is making me want to get back into Battletech Classic. I do play Alpha Strike because it's fast and you still have big stompy robots. But I'll definitely be checking this out in August. So very cool from Catalyst Game Labs, Battletech. And Modiphius has released 5 Parsecs from Home Planetfall in PDF on Wargame Vault. You can see it here, $25 US. If you're not familiar with 5 Parsecs from Home, it's a solo or cooperative game. It has great production value. The book itself is beautiful. The artwork, the colors, like you can see here in this example. But this is going to be, it looks like an adventure as you make planetfall on a world filled with wonders, terrors, and difficult challenges. So an extension of 5 Parsecs from Home. I played through it a little bit. The charts are great. It's easy to get into it from a solo perspective, and having that cooperative option is great as well to get somebody new into the hobby or just to play in a cooperative game with friends. Good times. Check it out. And now BLKOUT. Now I play a lot of BLKOUT. I like it a lot. It is not for the faint of heart. It is a fast-paced game. It is high body count. You are moving, and if you make a mistake, you will pay for it. But that's what makes it great. So they have a new task force, looks like Task Force Upyr. And I apologize if I mispronounce that. I'll be honest with you, I did look it up, and that is one of the pronunciations that I found online. So for whatever that's worth. So 8 more incredibly detailed miniatures for this new task force. Their miniatures are great. They come well packaged. They are easy to paint. There isn't any assembly typically. Sometimes you might have to glue a part or two, but I think that makes the process quicker. So I like buying their stuff. It's really nice, and they're really easy to work with too. And they're fun at the shows, and when you get to meet people in person and play, really helpful. Good times with BLKOUT. So check that out if you haven't yet. Moving on to Mantic Games, they do have a major reveal for Adepticon. Celebrate the upcoming The Ghost in the Shell tabletop role-playing game with this highly detailed 40 millimeter miniature of Major Motoko Kusanagi. Again, apologies for the pronunciation. Now, I'm not a big RPG player, but I like Ghost in the Shell anime. I like the cyberpunk theme, so I'll definitely be looking at this game. And for a 40 millimeter miniature, it looks really nice. I typically don't paint 40 millimeter, but it's fun to do something different once in a while, right? So check it out. Looks like it is going to disappear. She'll be available during show season, then will disappear until we're ready to reveal more later in the year. So act now to get your hands on this exciting collector's miniature. Very cool. Check it out. Mantic Games. All right, with that, we'll wrap it up. Thank you again for being here. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned next week for my coverage of Adepticon and for next week's news episode. Take care.